building up to hopefully be an explosive chorus. This is not a final song. That's disgusting. This is not good. I don't really have anything to say. It's just like, it's a song. Hey there everyone, welcome back to Jimothy Listens. My name is Jimothy, and today, I'm excited for this one. I have been enjoying watching Queendom, as I'm sure many of you have, and I'm sad to see that it's coming to an end. But the fact that it's coming to the end means we also have the final tracks from all of the teams. And so today, I'm gonna be listening to all 6 of them and giving my thoughts and my, first impressions. I haven't listened to any of them yet. I'm very, very excited to get into them. I'm expecting a lot from these tracks, it's the grand final. These tracks better be big. These should be my favorite songs that they've done so far. I'm gonna go just in the order that they have them in the playlist, meaning we'll start with Hyolyn's track, then WJSN, Kepler, VIVIZ, LOONA, and finishing with Brave Girls. And I'm just so excited, so we're just gonna start. Also, before we get started, I'm also gonna be putting out a video in like a couple days. I don't know, as soon as I can get onto it, that is ranking every single Queendom2 performance so far, from the opening stages to the end of round 3, ranking all of them in order of my least favorite to favorite, from my opinion as a professional dancer and choreographer and someone who has created tons of performances. So if that's something that interests you, maybe stick around. And yeah, but anyway, moving on. So first up we have Hyolyn's track, which is Waka Boom or My Way, and it features the Young G, who I'm actually not really familiar with, but when she popped up on the last episode, I saw a lot of people going like, oh my god, it's Young G. I'm not well versed, but still, I'm excited. Hyolyn, for some context, Hyolyn is my least favorite in the competition. I know she's everyone's darling, but she's kind of impressed me the least. I still think she's great, but her stuff just hasn't really been for me especially. So yeah, we're gonna see how this final track goes. I'm still excited to get into it, because I know that she can make a good song, even if her performances haven't been my favorite. So I'm gonna shut up, I'm just gonna get right into it. Here we go, Waka Boom, Hyolyn, feat. Young G. I mean, it's big, as you'd expect. Sounds very like big kind of stadium vibes. I love trying to imagine what the performance is gonna be, because this is a huge intro, and there's the Queendom, huh? Ooh. Ooh. I like that little laugh in there. Like, she delivers her stuff very well. That's probably her strength, is not just her singing voice, but just her like delivery of lines as well. Classic kind of pop pre-chorus, building up to what will hopefully be an explosive chorus. Yeah, it's, the classic kind of drop. I don't know. People are probably gonna go crazy for this one, but it's not like... Is it final material? Like, it's fun. It's big. Is it really final material? We'll see. Like, we still have a long way to go. The kind of like, oh, my lights. Yeah, the kind of like, I don't know, like Egyptian Arabian vibes are kind of overdone and also sound quite weak when you've just got that little kind of like flute going in the background with a couple drums. It's like, I want something a bit thicker and fuller. I like this. Something going into like a smoother bit. You've got that like nice little like metronome hi-hat going on. This is nice. Is the second drop going to be different? Is it going to be bigger? No, it's the same thing. Like, this is just any Blackpink song, which, don't get me wrong, I love Blackpink, but, you'd expect something for the final of Queendom to be more than just a Blackpink song. That was an awkward transition into that kind of like faded out and then faded back in. Decent rap verse. But also, is this going to make for a good performance? Because I assume the performance is just going to be Young G rapping, which I feel like will take away from... we'll see. I like this breakdown. That's nice. Yeah, that breakdown is definitely the best bit of the song. And coming down for a real low bridge. This Is the last chorus bigger? A little bit. You've got the high note in the background. Alright, that's Waka Boom, My Way, and yeah, it's fine. I don't know, it's not really what I was hoping for like big final vibes. It's kind of just like a good like K-pop song. Like it's not really anything new. Like it's kind of that like big sound, like I was saying, is very kind of like Blackpink, something we've been hearing for many years now. The only thing that, well, the things that kind of would set it apart are like the kind of Arabian vibe, which like is an overused trope, and then also just kind of brings the energy down a bit, like in the verses when it's just a sort of laid back drum loop with just that kind of flute going. It's quite like minimal and nothing, where it's supposed to be sort of like a big feel for the final. So yeah, not overly impressed by it. I don't hate it by any means. I think it's a good song, but we'll see. We'll see. Moving on to the second competitor, and that is WJSN with Aura. Now WJSN, they have impressed me this competition, so much so that I went and listened to their entire discography, which if you want to watch, I did it, you can check it out here. Just it's a long video, but it's fun anyway. So yeah, I quite like WJSN. They've impressed me a lot in this competition. I'm hoping that this song is big. From the little preview bits that they had, other teams were saying like, ooh, it doesn't sound like WJSN. Ooh, it's a bit. So I'm excited. I'm intrigued. Let's get into Aura. My headphones are off.
All the orbit, planet, cosmos.
Hell yeah, fits the vibe of, you know, Cosmic Girls. Ooh, big drum. Ooh.
Because in the end, the queens enlighten.
I like that. It's a great intro. There's the whistle that they were talking about. Ooh. It's a little like kind of like laid back and like a bit kind of reserved and almost like stalking. It's a cool vibe. And also, you know, sets up for it to really like build somewhere. I see what they mean by it's very different to WJSN's normal stuff. Ooh, that voice. Again, same kind of pre-chorus, just the building up. Let's see how this drop is. Not bad. Again, I'm still hoping this is leading to something bigger, which it will, for sure. Ooh. I like that, how it like just start. Ooh, that's really nice. I love XC. Okay, it's time to start like bringing it up a bit, guys. You know, higher, raise the tension. Please, you're running out of time. Like so far, this is not a final song. Are my expectations just too high? I'd be very interested to see the performance for this, because it seems like just from hearing it, the performance would be very kind of like cool and like chill. Ooh, are we building? Maybe do something, anything. That's like, it's a good song, but like, come on, that's really it. Okay, Aura. Are my expectations too high? Is that it? Am I just expecting too much? That's not a final song either. It started off cool. I was like, oh, it's starting off nice and like sort of chill and low key so that it can like ramp up somewhere, and then it just like never did. You're really gonna bring that to the final? I'll be very interested to see the performance for that, because I feel like if the performance matches the song, then it's gonna be quite sort of just like low key and back here and like ooh, then like sort of what you'd expect from like a grand final performance. Either that or the performance is, and it kind of doesn't match the song as much. I don't know. I'll be interested to see how that goes, but I'm worried as someone who has come to really like WJSN. That worries me. What do I think? Rankings or Waka Boom? I honestly might have to go for Waka Boom, and it hurts me to say that because I'm a Hyolyn hater, and by hater I just mean don't care for her as much. But like, that's just not quite doing what I wanted it to do. Anyway, moving on. Up next is Kepler with The Girls Can't Turn Me Down. And I think this, I don't know if this was intentional, but the fact that last round they did the boys and now they're doing the girls, I think if that like plays off it, that could be very cool as like okay, you didn't really like what we did last round, but it turns out it was all just setting up for the final. I think that could be very interesting. That could be very clever. I think if anyone's going to pull out, you know, the stops for a big song for the finale like I've been looking for, it's Kepler. So let's see. Let's get into it. Let's remember to turn my headphones on this time. Right, here we go. The Girls Can't Turn Me Down. Oh, it's a bit dramatic. Oh yeah, I love this already. Exactly what we were looking for from Kepler. Big, energetic. Oh, I love those horns. I love those horns. That's great. And once again, low-key bridge to build up to the chorus. I kind of like this one though. Like, that's a really nice voice. Is that Hyolyn? Maybe? I don't know voices. This is cute. And then it's a bit less cute and a bit more aggressive. Let's see. Oh my god. Anti-drops need to go away because they're not good. This better go somewhere in the second half of the chorus. I still really like it, but maybe the second chorus or maybe the final chorus will really like nail that home. But for now, I like it. I'm into it. But like when the verses are higher energy than the chorus, it's like, what? Those horns. I love those horns. This is cool. This is fun. This is big. And also showing sort of a lot of rapping, which is something that most of the other groups don't really have. Like WJSN has XE, LOONA has a good rap line, but that's about it. So it's good to really lean on like Hikaru and Dayan, who are very strong rappers. And this pre-chorus is super cute. I love how it's kind of like sweet and then just like brings it down. Let's see. Okay, yeah, this one's a bit like that kind of synth just going wild. I like that. Yeah. And obviously the performance for this is going to be big, high energy. I mean, it's going to be Kepler, so it's going to be... That's disgusting. Ooh. Whoever produced this. Round of applause. And then the dance break in that section, you know, is gonna be nice bridge. And then, yeah, this is those big high notes, that synth bouncing away, that's Okay, yeah. The girls, Kepler, they did what they needed to do. That's what I've been looking for. That's my big final song. Good job, Kepler. That's a really nice song. Fun, big, bright, in your face. Yep. I like how it builds. Like the first drop is almost kind of like a tease. It's a bit more of an anti-drop. The second drop introduces this kind of like grinding electronic sound wearing away. And then the final one after the bridge is like bigger. You have the high notes going. It kind of goes somewhere as opposed to just being like here is the song. Like, I think both Hyolyn and WJSN's did. They just kind of went, we stay here the whole time, whereas Kepler are kind of like, ooh, which makes for a more interesting performance. So yeah, that's easily the best one so far. Let's go Kepler. All right, moving on. Now we have VIVIZ, who were my favorite team going into the competition. They're still up there. I really like VIVIZ. Their song is Red Sun with an exclamation mark, which at first really confused me because I was like, wait, didn't Brave Girls do that? And then I think it's just a coincidence that VIVIZ's song happens to have the same name as the song Brave Girls did last round. I'm excited to get into it. I think the little preview we heard, it's going to be very different to the last three that we've just heard there. Like, this seemed to be a lot more kind of like whimsical and fantastical and quite like grand, which I think works very well for VIVIZ and could be very cool, especially if none of the other teams are doing something like that. So yeah, very excited to get into this one. Let's go. Give it to me, VIVIZ. Oh yeah, immediately. Piano, strings, absolutely. It's a bop. The vocals are so sweet. All three of them have really like nice voices. Oh, that dum 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 string stab. Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to see the performance for this. I can see it's big, it's grand, it's fun. Oh. Yes, give it to me. Oh my god, the like drive that has. Like, this is more powerful than WJSN's track. This is more powerful than Hyolyn's track. That like, the way that's just like pounding away. Oh, and then the sudden drop. This slaps. Oh, I love this. This is so much fun. Oh, love that. And it just keeps getting bigger. Those strings, I am a dirty little for some strings. Oh, That's gorgeous. And that like bass going there, really nice. This is so sweet. Oh wow. And yet totally different from anything we've heard so far. Wow, VIVIZ. Oh, that's so nice. It's so nice. Wow. Wow. And that slow down before... Oh, nice build. That's... Yes. Like I was saying for Kepler, the dynamics, except whereas Kepler's kind of steadily went like that, this is going like... Which is just... At least for me, like even more interesting, just watching it going, yes! Oh, wow. Like this feels big, this feels important, it feels grand. Wow. Oh, wow. It's so nice. Give it to me. Give me some big high notes. Bring it down for the bridge. That's so gorgeous. It's huge. It's so big. It's massive. Dun, dun, dun. That vocal delivery? Wow. Yeah, VIVIZ are my favorites again. So good. Wow. Oh my god, that is gorgeous. Wow. Oh, I love everything about that. It's so different from everything else we've had, and I doubt either of the last two are going to be like that. So far, the most unique, the biggest feeling, even though it's not, you know, big hard-hitting electronic sounds, the scale of those strings, the orchestra. Oh my god. And like it moves so fluidly, and like it keeps moving. Like I was complaining about Hyolyn and WJSN's track, they kind of just sit on the one level the whole time. This just constantly is flowing from up to down, like that pre-chorus where it just drops down into nothing and then suddenly builds back up into the it's delicious. And their voice is gorgeous, and like the performance for that should be huge. Like, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. VIVIZ are in with a shot for this. Ooh. Easily top of my ranking. So yeah, current power rankings: VIVIZ, Kepler, Hyolyn, WJSN. Let's just keep going. That's so good. That's so good. Up next is probably the track I'm the most excited for, and that is LOONA's track Pose. And that's because in the preview they were basically saying, we've made a boy group track. We saw them doing Breaking, which finally it's about time that a girl group just said, screw it, we're doing street style. The boys have had a monopoly on it for far too long. And like they were doing some pretty nice like breaking moves there. Like as a dancer myself who has trained in, street style for many, many years, that they were killing it. I guess even like chucking the locking into their shaker performance. Like LOONA, they know what they're doing when it comes to choreography. And so I'm very excited to see if the song goes with that. I'm excited for the prospect of LOONA doing something that sounds a bit more like a boy group track. I also prefer girl group tracks to boy group tracks most of the time. And so there's a chance that this might just have me like a lot of boy group songs do. But probably not, because it's LOONA and we love LOONA. I just want to get into it. Let's go. We love the crowd going. Yeah, the crowd sounds are a nice touch. Ooh. Ooh. It's nice. The way that pans around is nice. Ugh. This is fun. I hope it goes somewhere. Ooh. Nice moody pre-chorus. Ooh. Nice build. Let's see where it goes. They've Keplered it. It's fun. It's a good song. Is it final worthy? This is one that we'll just need to see the performance for, because you can't tell from the song itself. It could just be a very kind of boring performance, or they could have made the song kind of simple and easy so that they can just throw a balls to the wall performance at us, which I think is probably the case. I'm not about that drop. This is not good. It's that annoying dum 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 da dum 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 da dum. I'm not about that. Like the group vocals there are fun, but just like, and like the sort of lack of drums. Like there's drums there, but they're kind of just like only coming in at like the end of the bars to kind of accent it. I want something a bit more like, It's also short. Big bridge. Are you gonna go somewhere for like the last chorus maybe? This is good. This is good. Yep. I like the outro. Okay, Pose. An interesting one. The song itself probably comes third on the power rankings. VIVIZ, Kepler, LOONA, Hyolyn, WJSN so far. But I think, just seeing what we've seen of their performance so far, I think that it'll be, like I said, like the song has been kind of stripped back and a bit more kind of just simple, so that the performance can really so they don't have to focus on like the singing or anything. They can just go out there and do some incredible dancing and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, the song itself, it just doesn't feel like final material. This is a song that if LOONA just released this song, I would be like, I'd be singing their praises. I'd be forcing all of my friends to listen to it. But for like this final, I want more. And also like doing like a rap song when you're not really a rap group. Like you have okay rappers, but there isn't really, I don't think there's anyone in LOONA who I would be like is a top tier rapper. Like they've got some great singers which don't really get showcased in this song. And then the best rapper is probably what, like Heju, Olivia Hay, and even she's like she will get eaten up by any of the other 4th gen girl rappers. It's an interesting choice, which is why I'm not being hard on it, because I love an interesting choice and I hope it works out for them. LOONA are one of the teams that I would be very happy if they won this competition, and I think that song with a good performance to go with it could do it, and I'd be very happy for that. In fact, I'd be happy for any of the teams to win except for Hyolyn. Like looking at it, WJSN, they kind of deserve something big. They're a great group and have been for a long time. Kepler are just really talented. I know people like to shit on Kepler, but Kepler are a really talented group. Hikaru is the best performer in the whole competition. Okay, maybe second to Heejin, but like Hikaru is like 17 and she's eating up like 27 other competitors. VIVIZ I absolutely adore. I think they deserve it. LOONA, absolutely would love to see them have it, and Brave Girls, I'd love to see them have it as well. Speaking of which, let's get into the final track. So our last song comes from Brave Girls, the winners of last round. Their song is called Whistle, and I mean, yeah, I'm excited to see what they do. I actually think they've done some really interesting stuff. Like their first round performance I wasn't a fan of, but like their cover of Mask was great. Obviously their last round performance was incredible. So I don't know. Well, I'm just going to see. I'm going to stop talking and we're just going to see what this is like, because this is the one that I sort of have least clue, least expectations for. I have no clue what I'm going into, and this is going to be closing out the show. Let's see. Brave Girls. Gotta have that. Sounds fun. I honestly think if we can trust anyone to bring just a big chorus, it'll be Brave Girls. It's kind of just like a song. Like it's very much, it feels kind of similar to Hyolyn's. That's a nice note. It's fun. It has a nice feel to it. And I'll be interested to see the performance that goes with it, because Brave Girls are very good at kind of like expressing without like a huge performance. They're very good at kind of just being like, just like standing there singing. They have a lot of presence that like is quite powerful. And so whatever performance that comes with this could really elevate it. Yeah, like this is just 4th gen K-pop. Like this is, oh, we've got to have random trap drums in the second verse for a rap verse. Like, did we learn nothing, Brave Girls? You do the best when you are being yourself, not trying to be like, oh, let's do something that people are gonna like, people are, you know, gonna vote for. Yeah, like it's, I don't really have anything to say. It's just like, it's a song. It's a nice song, but that's kind of it. This is closing out the final. Yeah, like this is definitely gonna be the shortest reaction, just by the fact that I have nothing to say. It's kind of a disappointment. So yeah, that's Whistle. It's just a song. That's kind of disappointing. I was hoping Brave Girls would do something a bit unique, considering, I don't know, I guess what they learnt last round, but it's not a bad song. But it's just kind of a song. I'll be interested to see the performance that goes with it. I think that could really elevate it. But yeah, that's kind of all I really have to say about it. There's not really too much to get from it. But that's all 6 tracks. Yeah. Final power rankings. VIVIZ number 1 for sure. Easily my favorite track. Number 2, I know I said Kepler above LOONA, but I think just giving it literally an extra like 3 minutes to sort of simmer, I think I'm going to put them even for now. Even second place. I'm not sure which one I like better. I think Kepler's is kind of the better song, but LOONA's kind of has a bit more interest to it, so I don't really know how to sort those yet. So they're even second for now. Then 4th place would go to Hyolyn or Brave Girls. Probably Hyolyn, as much as I hate to say it. 5th place, Brave Girls. And unfortunately, the worst song there is WJSN's. It's, yeah. What do we think? What performances are we excited for? I'm excited for LOONA's performance. I was excited for their song. I'm excited for their performance because I have no clue how that's going to go. Just looking at the kind of things like they've made a simple song that's the shortest song of the bunch makes me think that that's kind of a compromise so that they can go extra hard for the performance, and so I'll be excited to see that. But also the song is kind of one note, so how much can they really do? We might end up with another Butterfly situation where it's like everything they did was really good, but it just kind of doesn't really come together to make a substantial piece overall. That'd be interesting. I'm very interested to see VIVIZ's performance because that song is incredible. And I think the performance that goes with it could be incredible because it's by far the most unique song out of the bunch. It's the only song that is using, you know, like strings and sort of orchestra sounds instead of electronic sounds. Obviously, Kepler's performance is going to be huge. I'm interested to see what WJSN does with their song, considering it's kind of quite mellow. Hyolyn, I think Hyolyn's is the easiest to predict. She's going to do the same as she's done the last 3 rounds, which is a lot of dancers doing some basic commercial choreography, and everyone's going to eat it up. Who do I see taking home the crown? Obviously, Hyolyn's in a chance at winning because the people love Hyolyn. She could take a shit on stage and people would be like, I loved it. Other than that, I think it's VIVIZ or LOONA who are going to be walking away with the crown, and I'd be happy with either of those. Be very happy with either of those. They're probably my top 2 picks. All right. I think I'll leave that there. Thank you for watching. What do you think of these songs? What's your favorite? What performances are you excited for? Let me know in the comments. Also, like I mentioned, I'm gonna have a video coming soon that'll be ranking all of the Queendom2 performances that we've had so far, from the opening shows to the end of round 3. So stick around if that is something that interests you. Seeing a professional dancer rank these performances, give my insights into what's good and what's bad. Should be a lot of fun. Otherwise, you know, like, subscribe, comment, blah, 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 all of the general YouTube stuff. And I will see you next time. Bye.